Buonanotte. This is an English broadcast of Notizie Italiane. I'm Luca alongside Maria, and we welcome you to our news broadcast.
Ciao.
In tonight's broadcast, we track our progression in Africa, along with new war and an interview with a very important figure in the war.
Mamma mia! While the Allied forces focused their troops on Germans on the western frontier, we have made significant advancements in Africa.
Our Italian troops have invaded Africa in hopes of ousting the Allies' control and establishing ourselves as a force to be reckoned with. The Allies will have no idea what hit them when we surprise them.
Before we go to our headline story, we go to Alexandria, who has some questions for our skillful and wonderful leader, Benito Mussolini.
Mamma mia! Drum roll, please, for our surprise guest, the one and only, our leader, Benito Mussolini. So nice to meet you. How are you?
Bene, grazie.
So, you just declared war on France and its allies. What are your plans going forward in this war?
Yes, of course. For the future, we are looking to move all of our forces into North Africa and spread our control all over Africa. This will cause the Allied forces to have to move all of their troops into Africa, therefore spreading out their armies.
Oh, interesting. So, what did Italy gain from invading North Africa?
When we run over these pathetic British and French colonies in Northern Africa, we will strike fear into the Allied people. Then the Allied people will have two very powerful armies on their hand.
So, what will Italy gain from winning this war?
When the Allied powers surrender to us, we will have extended our power all throughout Northern Africa, bringing in very valuable resources to Italy. We will then become one of the greatest empires the world has ever seen.
Do you believe Hitler's army is as strong as it claims to be?
Of course, yes. I was a bit unsure about joining forces with Hitler. Yes, he has a very powerful and loyal army, but he does have enemies to his east, his west, and to south of him. So he is very outnumbered, and in order for Hitler to win this war, he was going to need a very powerful country like Italy to help him.
So, Mussolini, tell me, what is your biggest concern going forward in this war?
Of course. I think our biggest concern is within our own borders. And going into this war, we need to be able to unify behind one single goal in order to achieve it. And our whole country really needs to support our war effort in order for us to remain strong. So yes, that is our biggest concern, because a weak country cannot be strong in a war.
Thank you so much for coming to talk to us, and I wish you luck in the war.
Thank you.
Ciao. Tonight we track the Italian invasion into the British-controlled colony of Somaliland. At the beginning of this month, the Italian army mobilized their forces and stacked them on the border.
On August 2nd, the Italian army began their invasion of the British-controlled colony.
This intelligent decision to mobilize troops in Africa is bound to be successful, as the Allies are currently held up on the Western Front.
Despite the Allies fighting on multiple fronts, the Allies will certainly not give up easy. Italian generals have assured us that we will crush the Allies in Africa, no matter their resistance. No one can stand in the way of Italy, with troops as fearless as our Italian boys.
Approximately 25,000 Italian troops under the command of General Nasi invaded British Somaliland. Along with our troops, we attacked with 27 bombers, 23 fighters, and 7 Renaissance aircraft.
Shortly after the beginning of our invasion, on August 5th, we successfully occupied the port of Zeila, a vital port for the Allies. The occupation of this port will certainly strangle the Allies out.
With this occupation, the British did not stand a chance. On August 16th, the British evacuated.
With this evacuation, Italy seized an area in the Horn of Africa the size of England itself. Although we Italians knew all along we would be victorious, we Italians certainly shocked the world with this victory.
That's that's all for tonight. Thanks for tuning in.
Make sure you catch us next week as we cover our invasion of Egypt. Buonanotte!